Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I am Lady Nova, and this is part 4 of What If Rin Itoshi was the main character. I am finally done with this fuck-ass script. I don't know why. This one was just the longest and the most irritating one to finish. I put this shit off for like 3 days. I've had like 70% of the script done in day 1 after part 3 uploaded. I just couldn't, for the life of me, push through that 40% to get it done. Or no, 30. Basic math is very difficult for a man of my caliber. Anyway, my mind just kind of blank. I'm sorry. It's 1 in the morning when I'm recording this. Don't ask why I'm recording this at 1 in the morning. I want to get the video out the way because I fucking hate the first selection, dog. It's just so boring to me, and mostly because it kind of limits me to what I want to do with this series. Of course, the first selection is going the way I intended to be more of a psychological game instead of like Ren focusing on the soccer game. I've already explained why that's the case in the previous parts. I'm pretty sure I've explained it like multiple times over, so I won't bore you with it again. But right now, I want to get this shit done because I want to go to the NEL. The NEL is where I think I really change Ren, and it's the part where I'm most excited, because it's kind of the culmination of everything finally happening. Well, quote unquote culmination. That's where I'm gonna shut up right now. I'm not gonna explain my fucking plan right now. Anyway, before I start this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this kind of content. Give me criticism on what you think so far, what you want the first, second selection to be. It's relatively gonna remain unchanged. But yeah, just give me criticism, give me ideas. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to see from the series? Give me your predictions, give me your theories. I want to see all of it. I want to see engagement. But anyway, I'm gonna stop boring you with all this YouTube expedition shit, and I'm gonna get into what you guys came here for, the video. Our story starts off in Team V's room. Rin had just come back from an amazing massage session. He laid down on his deluxe bed and felt the happiest he'd ever felt since entering Blue Lock. He needs to make sure to abuse that massage room. His mind drifted off to his most recent game against Team X. It was one of the most boring pieces of shit matches he's ever played in his life. The entire team revolved around one guy, some guy from Aomori. Shut him down, and they completely fell apart. Hiyori and Haragi recognized the striker as some famous young striker from Aomori. Aomori's Messi or something like that. He was so bored that match he wanted to die. The plus side, he scored a lot of fucking goals, and will be sure to use them all to get the massages. After all, he already has the deluxe bed and his phone. What more could he possibly want? Rin's mind then wandered further back. The match against Saramadara, specifically the unidentified weight that had lifted off his shoulders. What exactly was it that he let go? His one-sided hate to Saramadara? That was the only thing he could think of. Or, more so, it was the only thing that makes sense. Ah, hey Rin. I thought I might find you in here. Piss off, Hiyori. That might have been the nicest dismissal Hiyori has heard from Rin up until now. Damn. This shit needs to be written in the history books. Sorry, didn't mean to annoy ya. Then why are you here? Well, you missed the meeting about Team Z. Thought you might want they're the worst team in our wing. Slightly better than that sorry-ass Team X. He dismissed, feeling more energized after the massage and the absolute comfortability that his deluxe bed was. So comfortable it was almost sucking him into the mattress. Hiyori laughed quietly, already expecting this kind of answer, but more so humored from seeing Rin's soft side. Well, soft side, quote-unquote, might be pushing it, but you get the message. Fair enough. You need anything, Rin? Your silence. And just like that, Hiyori shuts up, laying on his own deluxe bed, and pulling out a phone to watch something. Rin closed his eyes, his body ready to drift off to sleep from the sheer comfortability of the bed. He would have gone to bed, had Hiyori's phone not been loud as fuck. His eyebrows twitched violently. He tried to ignore it for a few minutes, and as he got up to yell at Hiyori to turn down, he heard some familiar dialogue from his phone. Are you watching Get Out? He thought he whispered. Either he said it louder than he thought, or the room was just really echoey, cause Hiyori seemed to have heard him and turned to look at him. Yeah, you seen it before? I've been meaning to watch it. Want to watch it together? Yuri offered innocently. Rin blinked, seemingly coming back to reality. He was embarrassed and looked away, ignoring Yuri. The hell's wrong with me? He chastised himself, trying to sleep to keep the bodily pleasure from the massage he received a few minutes ago. Yet he found himself unable to sleep. The embarrassment of his outburst kept him awake. Screw you, Elsa, he insulted, before getting up and stomping out of the room, leaving a very confused Yuri in the room. Did he just call me Elsa? What a fucking tsundere. Rin soon found himself in the practice field, putting his embarrassment frustration into blasting the ball into the soccer goal. I messed it up. I'm going to say soccer net. You know what? We're going to leave that in. Hours later, 11:25 p.m., Rin had blasted enough balls into the net, his frustration finally exhausting him. His now somewhat clear mind brought him back to the thoughts he had before he already so rudely interrupted him. Sara Madara and that mysterious weight that was lifted off his shoulder. What was it? What had changed? Sara Madara hadn't beaten him. He hadn't proven anything. Yet, something about that match lingered. Not the score, not the goals, but his words. Ride the wave, Itoshi. He's so fucking annoying. Rin clicked his tongue. Before he could continue lingering on this mystery, a mechanical buzz echoed across the blue lock. The monitors lining the walls flickered to life. Attention all players. Match day updates. Rin looked up, a scoreboard appearing on the screen. Current standings. Team V with 3 wins. Team W with 1 win. Team X with 0 wins. Team Y with 2 wins. And Team Z with 1 win. Rin stared without judgment. Why should he care again? People beneath him won a match or 2. Who cares? People beneath him. Sara Madara was beneath him, obviously. So why? Why did it feel like he'd been the one who learned something instead of him? 3 wins, first place. Exactly as expected. Exactly as it should be. So why wasn't he satisfied? The answer seemed to refuse to come to him. Instead, another voice echoed. Thought I might find you in here, Itoshi, you fucking trainaholic. Rin looked over his shoulder. A familiar lanky figure approached him with his hands in his pocket. Haragi. Of course it was Haragi. As if he needed any more confusion and a bigger headache. Do you people ever leave me alone? Fortune told me I'd find someone thinking too loudly. Fortune also tells lots of lies. I'd beg to differ. Haragi stood beside him. People do. More than Fortune ever will. Silence. Rin looked back at the monitor, and Haragi followed his gaze. Are you wondering why beating Team W didn't feel so good? Shut up, you annoying wannabe therapist. Haragi ignored him, or perhaps he had simply grown used to Rin's constant insults. Nevertheless, he continued speaking. You expected to hate Sara Madara. Or maybe you expected Sara Madara to hate you. Rin's eyes twitched angrily. He turned the ball of his heel, ready to leave this wannabe therapist alone. Instead, he enjoyed playing against you. Playing against Rin Itoshi. Rin stopped, and as he heard the sentence, his mind drifted back to the match. I've been waiting for you, Itoshi. See you next time, Itoshi. Not once had Sara Madara mentioned Sai. Not once had he called him Sai's little brother, or anything related to Sai. Only Itoshi. Just him. Just Rin. For the first time in a while, someone played against Rin Itoshi, not Sai's brother. That was the weight, right? Not hatred, but expectation. Every opponent before Blue Lock, teachers, reporters, players, they all looked at him, and they all saw Sai's little brother. They never saw Rin Itoshi. They never saw the hard work Rin put to blow past the expectations set on him by society. But Sara Madara never did. He simply saw Rin. Rin's hands slowly tightened around the ball. Haragi, quietly, looked toward the practiced goal. You're not as mysterious as you want to let on, he quipped, and Rin hadn't responded in any meaningful way. No insult, no glare, no compliment. He was just frozen. Sometimes the answer isn't hidden in cards, it's just hitting in ones you don't want to admit. The realization sat heavily in his chest, not painfully, but strangely light. Rin finally spoke up. You're all so fucking annoying, you lukewarm. Rin walked out, leaving Haragi alone as he went to clean up Rin's mess, putting the soccer balls back in the basket until they'll be sucked back into the walls, ready to be thrown out again when someone, Rin, wants to practice again. Ah shit, I forgot to give him the water bottle I brought him. Rin walked in the dark hallway, his mind racing with his new revelation. Did he actually care about what people thought about him? The expectations they placed on him? Well, it's obvious now that he did, but why hadn't he been able to identify this earlier in his life? Was it because he was too obsessed with Sai? Was it because he didn't care anymore after the incident with Sai? Or was it as simple as him being bad with emotions? Yeah, that was probably it. His mind wandered again. Who else hadn't cared about his status? Well, everyone did. Saramadar seemed to be the only exception. Everyone else, teachers, reporters, his own parents even, and hell, even his teammates. Haragi didn't hide his interest in Rin. Not because Rin was Rin, but because Rin was Sai's little brother. And he already cared because he didn't care. Hell, it seemed that Hidehiyori was the only one here trying to help him. His passes, his offer at the dining hall, the little annoying pep talk during the match against Saramadara. Yet still, he felt annoyed. Was he truly this antisocial? This broken? Someone who did nothing wrong to him, who only sought to help him? Just like Sai. His mouth gained a bitter taste, his eyebrows twitching violently. He was just like Sai. But that thought seemed to stop him after hearing it a second time. The hallway was silent, no longer echoing Rin's footsteps. Sai had helped him because of their dream. Hiyori had helped him because why? Why had Hiyori actually helped him? Was he just that nice? Was there seriously no ulterior motive? He couldn't answer. The thought irritated him. No matter how many times he turned it over in his head, it refused to fit. Sai had always stood in front of him, teaching, correcting, leading him. Hiyori just walked beside him. He passed him, he yelled at him, argued with him. Hiyori wasn't like Sai, but could he really risk trusting him? No, of course he couldn't risk it. Hiyori was useful, and that's all he was. At the end of the day, he's just as lukewarm as every other NPC in this damn facility. Nothing more, nothing less. A few days later, the final game was upon Team V. The corridor leading to the stadium buzzed with nervous excitement. Some players stretched, others bounced on their heels. Rin walked straight through them. No hesitation, no fear as always. Just pure certainty of his inevitable victory. The pitch waited beyond him. Across the halfway line stood Team Z. From what Rin had gathered, there were only two real threats, quote-unquote, on the opposing team. Brothers. What a fucking coincidence. Haruhiko Yuzu and Haruma Yozu. Two almost identical faces stared forward, looking at Rin. The shorter one, presumably the younger brother, Haruhiko smirked. So, it really is him. The little brother of Rin Itoshi. Rin's eyes twitched. Was this a fucking joke? Some sick fucking mind game that sick bastard ego is playing on him? First it was Saramadara. Now it's the brothers. Was this shit set up just to fuck with him? The beast of Kamakura. Let's see which brothers are better, Itoshi Rin. Hiyori and Haragi looked at their temperamental friend. Rin looked like he was 2 seconds away from committing a mass murder. Hiyori lightly patted his shoulder, earning a nasty glare from the tall boy. They're trying to rile you up before the match. Don't fall for it, Rin. You're better than these nobodies. Rin didn't respond. He just redirected his glare at the Yuzu brothers. It's the final match, and they've only won one game. Their unfounded arrogance won't let them win this. Let's go undefeated, Team V. Haragi encouraged as kickoff began. The Yuzu brothers passed between each other as they ran up fourth, passing by everyone, only for Haruhiko to go and be met up by Rin. Haruhiko stood and looked at Rin's murderous glare. He felt his nerves being tested as Rin's glare dared Haruhiko to show some kind of fear. He passed the test by managing to show a smirk, passing to his brother Haruma, which Haragi had intercepted. They're just like Team X, but even more predictable. Haragi teased as he passed to Rin, who easily blew past everyone with rageful stomps. No one on the defense could hope to stop this destructive monster as he blasted the ball into the goal, showing his dominance immediately by scoring the goal within a minute of the match. Rin, as always, didn't celebrate his goal. He simply turned around and walked back to halfway point as the Yuzu brothers watched him in silence. He really is as good as everyone says. Well, he is an Itoshi. It's like he was destined to be number one. What a pain. Rin's eyebrows twitched yet again as he walked back to the midfield. Hiyori and Haragi, used to Rin's silent emotional outburst, walked up to him. You alright, Rin? Rin didn't answer. His eyes remained focused on the Yuzu brothers. Destined because he was an Itoshi? What a joke. What a sick, pathetic fucking joke. The whistle shrieked, restarting the game. Haruma received the ball before immediately returning it to Haruhiko. Unlike Team X, the opposing team weren't relying on one person. They moved together. Haruhiko drew defenders, and Haruma slipped into the space he created. One became bait, while the other became the knife. I gotta say, their teamwork is impressive. It ain't good enough. Rin, I'm already here. Rin ran towards Haruma, who shot the ball. However, Rin managed to touch it slightly, causing the ball to get slammed into the crossbar. Rin immediately ran up as Haragi jumped up. With his longer limbs, he managed to trap the ball expertly. He looked up the field and saw Rin running away. He smirked and kicked the ball to him. Rin trapped the ball and blew past everyone in his way. No one could stop him. Not now. Not ever. As he reached the penalty box, his leg reeled back, ready to slam the ball into the net. However, the Yuzu brothers suddenly appeared, smirking as they blocked Rin's shot. He groaned. His tunnel vision for a goal had costed him one, as the ball flew over the goal, allowing Team Z a corner kick. Looks like the rumors weren't exaggerated. The Itoshis are as crazy as they say. Focus, Haruhiko. Don't get cocky now. I'm not. I'm just stating a fact. The Itoshis are unfair cheat codes. Rin clenched his fist. Itoshi. It was Itoshi again. Never Rin, never him. Just always Itoshi. Hiyori ran up to Rin, placing a hand on his shoulder, looking at his teammate with concern. You sure you're okay, Rin? You're usually able to see that coming from a mile away. I'm fine. I don't need your damn concern, you Kansei bastard. Uh-huh. Hiyori responded, unconvinced and unimpressed. Just like you didn't need my help with Saramadara, right? Rin glared at Hiyori, and he didn't flinch beneath Rin's glare. Go on then. Tell me to stop passing to you. Tell me you didn't need me against Saramadara. Rin opened his mouth, ready to deny it. Yet he couldn't, because he knew it was a lie, and because he knew Hiyori would instantly call him out on it. So, he decided to save the embarrassment and got into the position as the corner kick began. Haruma stepped over the ball, while Haruhiko drifted towards the near post. The ball curled into the box. Haruhiko darted forward. Every defender followed him, except Haruma. No one had followed Haruma. Haruma doubled back to the empty space, where everyone had abandoned, as the ball flowed to Haruma, not Haruhiko. The ball sailed to Haruma, as he ran, jumped up, and kicked the ball. However, Rin and Haragi jumped up, blocking the goal. They were too smart for Haruma and Haruhiko's plan. Damn! They saw through us? Good job, Rin! Haragi! Hiyori congratulated as he trapped the ball and ran upfield alongside Rin while Haragi stayed back, blocking Haruma. The duo continued their uncontested run up the field. Rin ran like a man ready to prove himself. He needed to prove to everyone here that he was Rin Itoshi. Not just an Itoshi, not Sai's brother, but his own damn person. He's his own prodigy. He's not a prodigy because he's Sai's brother. He's a prodigy because he's him. He is Rin Itoshi. Rin gained the ball and went to shoot. However, Haruhiko jumped in front of Rin alongside two defenders, blocking his shot course. Rin feinted the ball, flicking it upwards, much to the shock of everyone. I'm not an Itoshi, mophead. Haruhiko flinched at the insult as Rin jumped up. His body fell downwards as he leaned on his back, blasting the ball into the net, successfully performing a bicycle kick. I'm not his shadow. The entire field froze. Even the whistle seemed to blow a second too late. But it blew in the end, and Team V roared in victory. They all ran to Rin, unable to hide their excitement anymore, colliding with him, hugging him, and roughing up his hair. Something he utterly fucking hated. However, the sheer mass of the amount of people on top of him made it hard for him to push them off. So, Hiragi and Hiyori helped Rin up as they dragged him away from Team V, who began to celebrate with each other. Don't know why, they didn't really do anything, but it was a victory for the team, right? That was amazing, Rin. You've been hiding that from us, huh? Shut up. I had no obligation to tell you anything. This place is one sick fucking joke. The two blinked as they stared at Rin, confused. Huh? Sorry, Madara. Now these idiots? This is one sick fucking psychological torture. I swear, when I get my hands on that lakey fucker, I'll rip his head off. Now that you mention it, it is quite interesting that you face these kind of players. Had Ego purposely set this up? Aragi questioned. And Rin didn't grace his question with an answer. He was angry at whatever sick experiment this was. Did it help Rin? Huh? Rin looked at Hiyori, who still had his neutral, unbothered look on his face. It helped you, didn't it? If Ego hadn't put you through this and make you face issues, would you have evolved? Would you have gotten stronger? Rin stared at Hiyori. This annoying Kansai bastard always knew how to make a situation sound positive. It didn't help that his voice was the most gentle and soothest shit he had ever heard. It ticked him off. Once again, this fucker was right. He always seemed to be right about fucking everything. As if his mind was a book full of all the right answers that Rin needed to hear. And even though he's helpful, his eyes still seemed so blank. Even though they shined, it looked familiar. A little too familiar. It had the same look as he did the day after Sai came back. And that's when the realization hit him like a train. The truth about Hiyori. However, now is not the time to confront him on that. Right now, he needed to pass this sick little fucking experiment. Come hell or high heaven, he will crush these pathetic brothers. These wannabe echoes of his past. I'm so fucking sick of you, Hiyori. Just admit you like me, Rin. He teased. Rin didn't feel like Hiyori deserved any more of his precious glares. That or they're out of stock nowadays. The game would continue, with Team V dominating yet again. No surprise to anyone who has been watching Team V. A total sweep, a flawless victory even. Well, it would be the case had Team Z not gone undefeated. They did manage to score a goal, one goal, from Haruhiko Yuzu, effectively becoming the only person in Team V who will pass the first selection. The goals didn't matter anymore. The first selection here was done, and Rin wanted to get as far away as possible from these damn brothers. As the rest of his team continued down the dark hallway, he grabbed Hiyori and pulled him back. Rin? He questioned, wondering if he was going to thank him. That would be one for the history books, and first. However, nothing of the sorts came out of Rin Itoshi's mouth. Why are you here? Huh? I'm here to be a striker, obviously. Rin's eyes narrowed for a second before glaring at Hiyori, and this time it made Hiyori flinch. Why? You don't have that look. What are you talking about, Rin? He asked nervously, almost scared of what was about to come out of his mouth. Surely it wouldn't be, right? Hiyori, do you even like soccer? And that's where I'm going to end part 4 and where I'm going to end the first selection. Holy shit, I'm so fucking hot. Why do I keep recording in this room? So, yeah. This is the end of the first selection. Now comes the second selection and the third selection, which will remain mostly unchanged for the majority. However, for Rin, it will change him a lot. Specifically because I plan to change events to make Rin, well, more of a main character, if you will. Obviously, as the title would fucking imply. But, by the way, I figured out what made that, the little noises. I kept moving my phone around, as you're probably hearing right now. I just shook my phone, so you probably hear, like, a lot of static. I don't know why the fuck it does that. I swear I'm barely moving sometimes, and it just happens, so I need to buy a computer and a microphone ASAP to record my fucking videos, dog. I also need a cold room that's also quiet to record in, because I am sweating. I'm pretty sure I'm malnourished. I could fit in Africa right now the way I'm malnourished. God, I'm going to hell. Anyway, before I end this video, I do want to say I have a TikTok where I post random shit. The most random shit. Go there, check it out if you want. Is that a water bottle? I have a water bottle? When the fuck did I get a water bottle? Did I just find that? Is that like old lore for lazy? No. I'm getting sidetracked. What the fuck? Okay. What the fuck? I have a TikTok and I have Twitter where I post random shit. If you guys want to see me more of my life, well, not my life, I don't really post anything. I just kind of post what I feel like when I want to get off my mind. So yeah, also make sure to check community notes for my YouTube channel. I always post stuff there as well, little updates on what's going on, the video progress and all. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends, share it with your family. Get me money. Yeah, as always, let me know what y'all think so far. Let me know what you want me to change, what you're scared I might do, so I can avoid it, or I can make that fear of yours into something good, let's say. Possibly. I'm not promising anything. I only promise bad content. I'm never making it to 1,000 subs. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here because I am melting right now. That's not even a joke. I'm so... It's like a sauna in here without the comfort. God, I gotta shower. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop before I say some shit. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.